GSOUL.
So I'm Lo.
I'm Nick. How you doing?
And I'm Curtis.
How you guys doing?
We're doing real good. First off, I want to say, thank you for giving us the opportunity to even get a chance to interview you. You are, you're literally the first person we ever interviewed on our channel. So this is a big step today. Yeah.
Well, damn, I feel honored.
As you should. We got really a bunch of questions to ask, but I know you only got a limited amount of time.
So I guess my first question is, who are your inspirations? You know, like Korean and abroad, like American, like made you want to sing?
Like musically?
Yeah, definitely.
There are too many, man. Honestly, I hate that question.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, from when I was growing up, obviously, you know, I grew up listening to like Boyz II Men,
Okay.
Mariah Carey. Where'd you guys go?
My fault.
Yeah,
We had to lock you in. Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, you know, D'Angelo. You know, I grew up in that era. So
Yeah.
Sade, Stevie Wonder.
Neo Soul, that's R&B. Okay.
And then I went back to study like what they used to listen to when they were growing up, and I found out they grew up listening to like the Clark Sisters, you know, like a lot of gospel singers.
Oh yeah.
So I studied like a lot of gospel artists as well, like Kim Burrell, John Kiki.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, you know your shit.
Yeah.
You soulful, brother.
He took us way back. Okay. Yeah.
I had an important question too. We talk about it a lot on this channel. We talk about I understand that you went to JYP as a trainee.
Yes.
How rigorous is like the training over there? Like, you know, the process and everything. How many hours of the day are you guys working? Is it like, how bad is it? How good is it?
Well, for me, it was a very exceptional case. It was a different case for me. It's not like I was preparing to be in a boy group. Or,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Or to debut as a, I don't know. Like I don't like to use the word like idol.
Oh, okay.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you knew from the rip that you were just going to do solo stuff, kind of.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was preparing to be an artist. So I just did my thing. You know, I was in New York. I performed in many different open mic bars, and I made my own connections and met with some really dope producers. Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead, Lo. You can get the next one.
Is there any like artists or producers, Korean or American again, that you would like to collaborate with, or do you have like a favorite producer or anything like that?
There's so many, man. That's another question. There's so many. I'm gonna work with everybody.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But man, Mariah Carey. How about that?
Hey, you and me both, bro.
Best singer of all time.
Yes.
No, Kurt, go ahead. You want to jump on that?
Yeah, I'll add something. I was just curious, I guess, from first and foremost, thank you again for, you know, just agreeing to do this with us. As I said, you're the first interview that we've had on this channel, so that's amazing in and of itself. A question I was wondering is just musically, being a creative in general, when do you know that you've given it all you had as a finished product? You know what I mean? Like does the artist in you always want to go back and change things, whether it's musically with your voice or whether it's lyrics or anything like that? Or do you kind of just have to step back and say like nah, like I really achieved the goal I was setting out to do for this?
You mean like finishing like a song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a difficult part because I'm like never really satisfied.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I go back again and again, especially during the mixing process. You know, I'm very big on the details.
Yeah.
Vocal, you know, it has to sound, you know, certain ways, you know, like the levels and with the instrumentals, it's just everything, you know. So it takes, yeah. I would say that's like the most difficult process. Writing is easy. Writing,
Yeah.
the writing and the recording part is easy for me, but like finishing it, you know, the mixing and really putting everything together to finish it is a difficult process, but I enjoy it.
I can imagine, especially with you doing like neo soul or R&B. I think with rapping is one thing that I always talk about. People say it's kind of hard to do, or you know, not anyone can do it, whatever. But singing, I feel like a singer, you're always going to be a lot more passionate, because you're like, no, I didn't hit that note right, or I want to hit this note a different way, or you know, the way the snare, you know what I'm saying, the way I sing before the snare hits and everything like that. It's always something else you kind of want to go back to the drawing board and kind of fix. So I definitely relate to that.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, I get it.
No one ever said that to me.
I get it, bro.
I want to know how'd you land on the name GSOUL, because that sound like, you know, one of my brothers from around the corner over here in Philly.
Before you answer, I will say we know where the soul part
Where it
is from
is.
listening to your voice. From hearing you sing, we know where the soul comes from. What's the G in the soul?
Yeah, how did you land on the name GSOUL? That was a question.
GSOUL, my first label, JRK Entertainment, the CEO of the label gave me the name when I was like 13. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I'm a soul singer.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, Kurt, you had another question?
I could sing dance, I could sing techno, but it's always gonna be soulful.
Do you rap too?
I wish.
I like that.
I like that.
No, that's good.
You had anything else?
Yeah, I guess I was curious also as far as like just what's a little bit of behind the scenes on your artistic process as far as like any songwriting that you're doing. Like, do you arrive at a theme and then kind of deconstruct, or do you hear a beat and kind of think of something and write it that way, or just a little bit more insight about your artistic process, I guess?
For me, there's no secret. There's no some secret recipe for anything. It's just like it has to come from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come from my life experience. You know, I just live my life and I melt it into my music. You know, I feel like music is the sound of soul.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
So, yeah, it's just life.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hearkening to get to the song "Natural" that we listened to. First off, I love the live performance, and I love the studio version. I listened to it in my car and everything.
Really?
Yeah, no, that was definitely a vibe. I also listened to the other song "By My Side."
I love that.
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that was the one that I said, oh yeah, like now I can't. It just takes me back to the like that late '90s R&B kind of like, you know, the Tim and Bob productions, Tamia, 112, like those kind of songs where you just it's not sappy, but you really feel the love and the intention, like everything that you're saying. Both of the songs, "Natural" and "By My Side," just really kind of hit that on the head, and I'm definitely looking forward to more like music from you and everything like that now.
Yeah, for our fans too, who like watch our channel and do everything, do you plan on touring in the U.S. or coming out here to like do any live shows?
I can't wait. I'm trying to make that happen ASAP.
You gotta let us know. We gonna we'll
show love.
show love. We gotta come show love if you slide down. Yeah.
Okay. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, I showed Nick earlier a couple of our subscribers on Patreon and on YouTube have requested you before we even got
Before we even got to interview or talking to anybody of your management.
Wow, so I know they're definitely going to be like happy as hell to see this interview.
Because we were actually planning an SK trip at some point. We really want to take that journey over there, interview more people, just experience the culture.
I'm sitting here learning Hangul every day, so I'll be fluent by next year.
Yeah, but do y'all have any other questions on that?
The last thing I watched your a performance of yours where you performed Lauryn Hill's version of "Can't Take My Eyes Off You." You killed that shit. You killed that shit, bro. I was not, even with hearing the songs, you kind of never expect someone's live performance like that when they're really, because Natural was very mellow and real chill and they kind of fit the setting.
Did you pick that song, GSOUL?
I Can't Take My Eyes Off You.
Oh, okay.
He did. Yeah, he said Lauren was one of his influences. So I definitely see that because you sang the hell out of that song. So I love it, man. No problem.
Yeah, Kurt, anything else you want to add?
I guess just for people who aren't as used to your discography or anything like that, do you have any kind of like what is something about yourself you try to put into your music that I guess is like for people who aren't as educated or new to the journey with your music? Do you just kind of like what is something I guess about yourself that you would want people to know about you who aren't as familiar with your work? Whether as a person or as music.
Okay, you be asking difficult
The teacher.
That's the teacher. He goes deep.
We call him the teacher here, GSOUL.
All right. Okay. What was it again? What would I? Well, I want my music to speak for itself. Because I put my soul and my life and my message, everything I want to say, into my music. So I want my music to speak for itself.
That's good.
When you hear some GSOUL, you know what it's about. You know what it's coming.
I had another question too, and I'm trying to think of like a nice way to like put the question. Basically, on this channel, we watch a lot of talented artists like yourself, and we always wonder, like, you have the look. From the interview, it seems like you have the personality, the voice, the talent is there. Why isn't it that like the music just doesn't reach so many more people than it should? Like, is it things that you talk to with the record labels on like how to market you differently, or just things that you think should change or something to get more eyes on the talent? It's probably a crazy question. Answer as safely as you can. Answer safely. I don't want you. I don't want you to get in trouble.
We know how it goes. We know how politics.
We know how politics go sometimes. Can you answer that question?
Well, y'all just said it.
Politics. That's what it is.
I'm not saying nothing.
We're not gonna incriminate you.
You are God. We're not trying to incriminate you or anything like that.
There are, but yeah, that definitely stemmed from when we started doing our reactions and everything like that. We came across a lot of artists. Some I ended up finding out that they are on labels, that they're actually producers, and some, not everyone wants to be, like a super mega star and everything like that. But there's sometimes we'll just come across an artist, probably my favorite woman singer, yes, Moon Sujin. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I love her. Moon Sujin.
Yes.
Oh.
You familiar with Vince?
That's my guy too. But yeah, Moon Sujin, she's definitely. I would love to interview Moon too. But she's by far the artist. Her and Vince, or Joe Ree is his real name, but Vince as well. Those were the two that made me say okay, because he, got us to watch. Who we started? We started with BTS. We started watching BTS and everything like that.
On like NCT.
And then he showed us everyone else, like, yo, it's more than this. It's different facets to it. But when I heard Moon's voice, I was like, oh no, who the hell is this? I actually found her by myself, and I was like, oh no, you guys got to hear this and everything like that. So it's good that she knows. He recognizes talent and everything like that. So it's not just us.
Have you worked with Jamie yet?
Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, but I would love
That's another one.
That's another one.
That's
I
another
love
one
her.
we found.
I love her. It's another one we found through King Daniel and Simon Dominic.
Simon Dominic.
Simon
That's
Dominic.
probably my favorite SK rapper. Simon Dominic for sure. Yeah.
So how many people on your label have you worked with yet, or have you really just been focusing on your EP and just kind of retuning everything with you? Because I know you're kind of in the rebranding mode, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
You said what?
How many people have you worked with on the label that you're currently on? Because from conversations, it sounds like that you were in a rebranding situation or kind of setting things, kind of aligning things how you want it. So I'm not sure if you're even working with other artists right now, I guess is the question.
Well, I've been really just focusing on my own project.
Yeah.
And collaboration is great, but it also brings me a lot of stress because of, a lot of things attached to, different artists.
Politics again.
And then
I get you.
Also, when you work with somebody,
Not even the politics, they got their own label
Yeah.
situations, they got their own schedules, and I don't like stress.
Smart man.
yes, yes.
Oddly enough, that was actually my next question. Was just kind of music or any form of art is just kind of like a therapy or like a way we kind of an outlet for a lot of people to process their feelings. And I was just curious, when you do feel stressed or or going through the times like COVID or just any of these other stressful factors, do you pour more into your music, or do you kind of need time to just reflect upon yourself and just kind of step away from music?
I do both. Sometimes, like I force myself to go into the studio and really just let it out. And sometimes I just just step away and take my time to reflect and look back and just think about who I am as a person. Not as an artist.
Right.
This music has been such a big thing for me since like 13 or even younger.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like I need some time, especially this year.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need some time to step away, to find myself again,
Okay.
and check myself. Like, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
GSOUL, not just GSOUL who sings and make music. Like, who are you as a person? How are you?
Right.
I had to ask that question. So now I'm good. Now
Yeah.
You got all the answers you needed?
for a minute.
Yeah. No, it's the
I feel
last
you.
year. This has been 2 crazy ass years for us, and doing this channel has really been our outlet. So
What are some of your goals for 2022 then, I guess?
Definitely more shows. I love singing for my fans.
We can see on the videos.
yeah.
Feel better than that, meeting my fans on stage. So more shows, more music, and more laughter.
Yeah.
You're healthier mentally and physically. More faith. All of that.
Sound like we all had the same goals.
Shit,
We just
you
had
got the
this
same
talk.
goals as me.
We'll see how we all doing next year.
Any
I
other
can
questions y'all
relate.
want to ask him?
Actually, I think I got all mine out.
No, I got most mine's out too.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I feel pretty much like I said everything.
Well, go ahead, G. So we're not gonna hold you up too much. I definitely told all the big wigs over there I wanted a couple more interviews with you if all this went well. We already reacted to the Natural for the live performance for the fans that you did. You're definitely welcome on this channel whenever you want to, and we'll be reacting to all your stuff on the channel. So,
Definitely.
so you got fans in U.S., you got fans in Philly. So,
Yeah. Philly, yes. Thank you.
hey,
Yes, sir.
so appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna probably bother you later with some emails or something. Just make sure you respond to the little guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
All right, nice to meet
Thank
you,
you.
bro.
Take
Have a
care.
good
Thank you,
one.
man. Be blessed.
Yep.